Alright guys, here's the room tour I'd said I'd make a few months ago. So here's just a quick pan around, and now let's get into detail. If you're wondering what this is a Vicks vaporizer. I used it for 2 nights, then it started getting really hot again, so I just decided to not use it for now. Right here I've got some Mio. This stuff is awesome. Orange Tangerine and Green Thunder I think are the only ones I've tried. And Green Thunder, of course, is Mio Energy. But this is pretty good. I'd have to say I like Green Thunder just a little better. Right here I've got Steve, which fell. At least I think that's his name. Minecraft stuff and some Lego stuff. Right here I tried this a while ago. I tried to print all my schoolwork from a disk, and it didn't exactly work out too well, so I just went back to a flash drive. And now that I have my Mac, I just use that. Right here I've got a Sony, what even is this? A Handycam Vision camcorder. Battery life up to 16 hours. The battery life is nothing now because it died. It won't hold a charge at all. Right here I've got the peripherals, got the outlets. This is one of the adapters for my Sylvania LED light strips. And here's the other one. This is a power strip. And this right here, the switch box, controls the Vicks vaporizer thing. And then this thing right here is pretty cool. Turns 2 outlets into 6. The other side isn't exactly accessible, but I'll figure out a way to make it accessible. Right here I've got some deodorant. Unit and home phone, hooked into the home phone server system that I have put in place. I guess it's not really a server system, but whatever. Lego Creations right here. And a cheap toy from Brunswick, I think. Yeah, Brunswick Arcade. This is like a little back massager thing. And this is a PSP game, as you can see. I'm just going to stick this on top of my PS2 games. These both are PS1 games. This one's actually is a PlayStation 2. As my sister's. She really likes Scooby-Doo, so she plays it here on my PS2. This is the old fat PS2. I've got a PlayStation memory card in it, and an 8 megabyte PS2 card. And of course you've got the rotatable PlayStation logo. There you go. I've got some of my Mountain Dew collection there. Right here is a little fan that I tried. It works. I don't need it though, because there is a fan built into it. Right there is the rest of my Mountain Dew collection. Mountain Dew container collection. I'd have to say Voltage is my favorite flavor, other than Baja, because Baja is super duper good. And there's Voltage right there. And I've got the space heater here, of course. And this right here is a designed for Windows XP and Windows Vista compatible sticker. I found that laying around at school, so I kind of just took it. Right there I've got a timer that operates the... There you go. It operates the heater, and then under it is the power strip that's somewhere back there. You can see it right there. It's a black power strip. And then the cord goes up here to feed these two. This power strip is plugged in right here. It's not fire hazardous, don't worry. Yeah, I've got a subwoofer for my Altec Lansing XA3021. It's a pretty nice 40 watt 2.1 system. I've got a little Nike basketball. It's flat though. I've got a Nike really nice high quality leather football. Vapor Threat. It says LAR right there. I'm not sure why. I think my mom got it at Goodwill, but you know what? Goodwill is awesome. It's a high quality football. Right here I've got a Wilson basketball, which is super duper faded. What happened was I lost it at school, and then like a year later it turned up, because I have my name written on it somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Samuel Christopher Nudge, because my nickname used to be Nudger. A long time ago, that was like 3 or 4 years ago, before I started YouTube. This is remnants of my old fan system that I had. There was a fan in that window. And then I had the extension cord loop back over here to power this. And that all took place before I got my Hampton Bay Medilli, or Medley, or however the heck you pronounce it. It's not the greatest fan in the world, I'm gonna be honest about that. It barely moves any air at all. I was actually thinking about replacing it with the Windward 2, but then I decided not to. Actually, my dad told me not to, so yeah. Right here I've got this little stack drawer thing, and next to it I've got my Nike flip-flops. There we go, 3 drawers. And on top of it I've got my Logitech Z323. Focus. Focus. Why are you not focusing? There we go. There we go. Z323. There's everything that it has going for it. 30 watts of RMS. It's actually got 3 inputs. There's a 3.5mm built-in, RCA ports on the back of the subwoofer, and then on the side of the right satellite there is a music input, or line input, and there's a beautiful Logitech logo. And yeah, this is basically my carry-around sound system. I did do an unboxing of it, but I kind of just packaged everything back up so it's easy to carry around. Subwoofer's down there. The box is made of wood. The satellites are in this box. I kind of like the way Logitech packaged the sound system. And then right here we've got my outlets. That one's empty now because I moved an extension cord over there so I could run it behind and then have it go to my vaporizer. And I've got a bottle of hand sanitizer. This is aloe hand sanitizer, as you can see. Moisturizing aloe. I really like the way it feels, and, no, not feels, sorry, but smells. Right here I've got one of these weird little, I don't know how I'm going to show you. Yeah, there we go. You put, it basically copies whatever is under it. And, of course, I cracked it. I cracked the plastic a few months ago, of course. You know me. This is a Logitech K400R. Drew my logo on the bottom of it, and there's a huge scratch in the back of it from when I got mad and threw it across the room. I've got duct tape over my email address, so you guys don't get to see that. And another time, like the day of on my birthday, the day I got this iPod, what happened is I'm using Mac OS X Yosemite Beta, the second one, and iTunes Beta, iTunes 12.0 Beta. I was reverting to a backup from my 3rd generation iPod because I wanted all my settings and apps back. So I decided to revert to that backup. And during the backup, I mean after the revert was done, it asked me if I wanted to update. And I know I can just update through the Wi-Fi. But I said yes because it was already plugged in. And as it finishes extracting the OS from it, iTunes decides to crash, and it won't reopen. So I unplug my iPod, it reopens, and then right when I plug my iPod back in, it crashed again. That happened every single time, so I went over to the Apple store and I fixed it, and then I realized I could have just gone to my grandma's house and used her Mac to fix it. Anyway, yeah, there's the Logitech logo. Batteries are in there, and this one says Wii. That should probably go back down to the Wii. There we go. I really like how you can focus super close with this iPod. Like, there's the little unifying receiver icon. Super close focus. I'm going to get an Olo clip for this so I can get a wider angle, but for now it's okay. You got the Windows 8 button, and I've never had Windows 8. I used it on my Windows XP computer. And right here we've got a broken Hunter Pro Spray PRS-40. It's a 12-inch. This is the one that cracked. If you look right up there in the corner, you can see what happened, and it's kind of just laying here now. I took the check valve out of it, as you can see. You do not want to focus, do you? There we go. It was focusing to the wrong place. Like if I tap the screen again. If I tap the screen again, there we go, it focuses there. Anyway, I kind of just took it out, and then I tried putting a shrub there. It didn't work out too well, so I just capped off the riser, or the shrub riser thing. These are light-up speakers. I guess they're broken. We just snap it back together. Doo-doo-doo. You know what, I'll do that later. They're little 1-inch drivers, or 1.5 inch. They look to be about the same size as the drivers in the Z323. Maybe just a little bit bigger. Do you not want to? There we go. These actually look a little smaller. Yeah, I think they're a little smaller. Either way, still pretty cool. This is a birthday card my orthodontist sent me. Oops, there was my address. I can't show you that. I'm gonna have to censor that. Here's an empty icebreaker spearmint thing. And I moved the remote for my fan. I moved it right here because I like it better. Mounted it with screws this time because it would just keep falling off my wall. There it is. In this thing I've got the Mio Tangerine. Just look right there. There it is, orange tangerine. Smells as good as it tastes. Actually, it tastes better than it smells, but you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna have to put the lid back on this now. When iOS 8 comes out, I'm pretty sure autofocus will be a thing on this iPod, unless that's only for the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. I'm gonna try to get the iPhone 6 Plus. Is that it for over here? I think I've covered, except this. This is a sound bar. I don't use it anymore. I think I blew it too. I do have a remote for it, and up there is a remote for my VCR and this. This is broken. Also, it's an old 30-pin. If you look, holy crap, why did you go back in? Look. This is all loose. It won't even charge anything anymore. Yeah, I kinda broke it. That's okay. I did use it for my TV before I got my XA3021. If you zoom up there you go. There's the left satellite, and there's the right satellite. And here's the most important piece, the subwoofer. It's not the most important piece just because that's where all the bass comes from. It's also where all the connections and power comes from. So, yeah. There is a little tiny subwoofer in this thing. You probably won't be able to see it, but it's right there. There's a port right... I think is that a port? Yeah, that's the port. Oh, you actually might be able to see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Then that's another speaker, and another speaker. Anyway, let's go over to my desk. I've got Ozium air sanitizer, and I've also got Smokey, the huge smoke bomb we never set off. We'll get around to it. Oh, and this little box right here, I have a little eraser and the Hunter MP1000 that was on that. I got my 2-lead case for my MacBook Pro. Speaking of the MacBook Pro, there it is right there. All its glory. Running OS X Yosemite beta, because OS X Yosemite, I believe, comes out on the 17th, along with iOS 8. There it is. I've got my other screens. Right there I've got a Sony PS3 controller. That's the controller I use for my emulator gaming. And then right there I've got my old Canon camera, older Canon camera, Apple Mighty Mouse with a little sticky thing on it. And then a PSP 1000 on top of a DSi XL. I think that's the bronze one. And then over here I've got my 3TB Western Digital MyBook. And it did not focus correctly. There we go. Sony wireless 7.1 surround sound headset, or virtual surround, and Apple clock. And my old iOmega 1TB hard drive. And another PS3 controller, which is dead. I've got this book for school. I should actually probably toss that over by my backpack. Milky Way wrapper. 16GB Samsung card. I remember finicking with these freaking things, or screwing around with them, taking them out, plugging them in from the camera. Then they'd fill up in the middle of the video, and then it would all be bad. And I have a crap ton of trash here. Oh, and I'll get to that in a minute. Just check out how awesome this trash can is. There you go. I cut this out of a Baja can with a razor blade. It's pretty cool. I cut this out of a regular Mountain Dew can with scissors. And here is this right here. That one and that one. This one's from when I got... Oh, I didn't even get to that. this one, this right here, I'm not going to take it out of the thing, but if you look right there where the blood stops, that was in my heel that far. And how that happened is I was jumping on sound canceling foam because we had it from church for Dad's drum set because church got better stuff. So they said we can kind of have that. And jumping on that, that was stuck in it. It's a piece of a hot rod drumstick, I think. It went like 1.5 inches into my heel, and I had to go to the ER to get it surgically removed. And then earlier that day, I was on the roof. I don't even remember why. But I was up there. My mom was worried about me falling off. And then later, jumping on freaking foam, I get severely injured and have to go to the ER to get it surgically removed. That's from that. These two are from my broken jaw. And yeah. And then I've got my Logitech X530. Do not want to focus. Focus. There we go. X530. Another speaker. Oh, and right there, Rainbird 2800A. Another speaker, and another speaker, another speaker. And then right there is my Z130. And then the other speaker for it. It's a 2.0 system. And under there I've got the subwoofer for my X530. A Belkin 5-way splitter. I've got 2 open ports on it. And I'm trying to get these fans mounted to keep my legs cold. Or cooler. And then a huge rat's nest of wires. And a light. And, one white wire. Oh wait, there's 2. Never mind. 3 actually. There's that. Goes to the power pad back there. There's also 2 power strips. And then that white cord goes to my MacBook Pro's power brick, because I like to use the grounded one. And also the other wire wouldn't have been long enough. And then right there is for my Apple wired keyboard, which I did buy a keyboard cover for. I think I told you how it broke. I was wiping it off with a wipe, and then it broke. Apple Magic Trackpad. I love this thing. It is huge. Here's my hand right on top of it. The box for the iPod Touch. A glue stick and the unifying receiver for that keyboard. Charger. $5 bill. This was a $50 Apple gift card. And I have another one right here. They're already used, so I don't care if you see the code. $15 one. And oh yeah, I've got coordinates for Connor's Minecraft server. You guys don't get to see those because I've got some coordinates in there that I don't want people to see. I've got some gum and a freebie Kellogg's clock. 2 1TB my passports. This one's dedicated. This one's a dedicated time machine. The one below it is just full, and then this one right here. These 2 are 32 GB. This one's a 16. That's a 64 GB right there. And it's only a USB 2.0. I'm gonna buy a 128 GB soon. And I guess that's it for the video. And there's my old Dell. Here's the specs. Pentium 4 vintage. And a Belkin Wi-Fi receiver. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Tell me what you think of my new intro. I'll make a video explaining why I made those later. And that's it. Thank you for watching.